Hello, 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 and welcome back to March Payne's Midlife Dolly Crisis. And today I'm going to be doing a video on my great Dolly downsize. Essentially, what I want to try and do is really go through the different sort of ranges of dolls that I've got and basically decide who's staying and who's going, really. Today we're going to be doing LOL OMG dolls. I can't remember if that's the whole name of them, but the kind of the doll version of these kind of LOL things. Creations, should we say. I don't know. These are kind of the dolls. Obviously they started off doing the very small little tots, which you can get in those sort of capsule things. I do have some of those, and I will probably end up going through those in a separate video along with a few other sort of random things maybe. But I thought today we would try and do the dolls, and there's actually some of them which you've never seen because I've never opened the boxes of them. They were basically second-hand ones that I purchased, and you know what it's like. You get a great deal, buy them, peek in the box, make sure they're all there, put them away, decide, yes, I'll do something with that at some point, and then they kind of get put to one side. So today's the day they're going to be coming out. So basically this big box here has got, right behind it's got LOLs in. I think the LOLs are on the top. So I'm going to remove them from the box and I'm going to sort of lay them out here. I've already got two here. So this was, I think, Rockaboy, I think. And this one was, I think, Melrose, I think. I've got Madison and Melrose stuck in my head. I think it's Melrose. Listen, if I'm wrong, it's going to go up on the screen. I should warn you now, there's going to be a lot of dolls that come out of this box whose name I have no idea what they are. So you'll have to forgive me for that. But yeah, so let's kind of get going. I might move the box out the way and then kind of just sort of lay them out, I suppose, as best as possible. And I can chat to you as I'm doing it. So, as I mentioned in my video about Dolly downsizing this year, the idea really is to try and get down to a more manageable sort of size of a collection, really. Also, what I would like to do is I'd like to have dolls that I actually do stuff with. And that would kind of involve sort of redressing them more than anything else. Apologies, we're about to have some Dolly nudity, but I will try and cover her up with her hair. I'm not sure if that's working. Anyway, look, I think we're all adults here. We'll be able to cope with that, I think. And I have to be honest, talking of basically trying to do stuff with dolls, I have a feeling that a lot of my LOLs will probably be going. They would not be a doll that I would immediately think of reaching for to redress, only because they seem to be very kind of well put together as they are. But in my collection, I can't have hundreds of kind of display dolls which I don't know anything with, because it seems a little bit pointless and a bit sad as well. That doesn't mean I'm going to get rid of all of them, but it probably means that I will be getting rid of quite a chunk of them. As you can see, I do have a double or two of these as well. Maybe I have to put them a bit more in shot like this, because I have more, so I'm going to have to lace them out on the front as well. It seems a bit odd with these dolls, because they haven't really been releasing them as steadily as they once did. There are a lot of them, and I'm kind of guessing that possibly the whole lawsuit from the band didn't really help them that much either, so that probably affected what they were releasing. But it does feel as though, you know, the train is kind of ground to a halt a little bit on them. I know they have released some recently, but they used to release them very often. And some of the waves were very kind of small, and then they'd release more after it. So it's kind of a bit odd. So look, I've also got two of these giant ones as well, which I'm going to have to try and squeeze in. There, okay. So these are the ones I think that I've got that I've already unboxed. I'm going to kind of shift these over a little bit, and then we're going to have a look at the ones that I haven't yet even opened, which are the ones, the second-hand ones that I mentioned to you in the intro bit. So I'll be back in 2 ticks. Okay, so here are the second-hand ones that I bought. So I've got this gal here. I can't remember her name, but I think she was the one who was into roller skating. I thought she had most of her stuff with her. Ah, yeah, here we go. So she's got her kind of clothes and stuff in here. I should also mention the ones that I showed at the beginning of this, when I was taking them out the boxes, they didn't all have their kind of accessories and clothes with them. I've got those kind of separately somewhere, so when it comes to possibly, you know, selling them and stuff like that, I will have to try and kind of gather the bits together. I also think I might have most of the boxes for these, so that's kind of good. When you're buying them secondhand, you don't always expect to get the boxes, but obviously people had sort of, you know, obviously kept the boxes here because these were secondhand as well. So yeah, let me put this one to one side because we've kind of just seen her, and let's have a look. Let's have a look at this one. So this was actually one that I did particularly want to try and get. If we have a look on the back of the box, actually, you'll kind of see why. So she was released at the same time as Moonlight BB, who I think I'm probably going to be keeping, which is a bit of a spoiler there. And I thought she might be a nice one to keep with her, even if I don't keep any of the others. But we'll see. We'll see as we go along. But yeah, so she is in here. This is her box as well, so that was kind of a nice surprise. She's very kind of sort of pastel styled, and she's got this kind of unusual trousers on. I'm not sure why this is around her there. Let me take that off. But yeah, she's got these kind of weird trousers on that aren't kind of on the hips, so she's got kind of bare hips. I don't quite understand what's going on there. So yeah, so that is her, and then her other little accessories and stuff are on this side as well. And then finally we've got this one. Or is it two? I think it's 2 actually in here. So one is Busy BB, which is the one here. So this is this gal who is kind of a bit rockabilly, which is why I kind of liked her. So that is her. And then the other one, which I think I bought because the same seller had her and it felt like a good deal just to get 2. She's part of the band, but I have no idea. I have no idea what her name is, unfortunately. So, so that's her. By the looks of it, all the kind of accessories and stuff are just still in the box here as well with them. So that's good. So all I have to do really is to kind of get them all together, go through them and decide what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. Hello again, nice of you to join me. I've literally been filming for about 10 minutes, but realised that I hadn't actually pressed record. So now I've got to try and remember what I was saying. Okay, so look, these are the 4 dolls. These are the 4 second-hand dolls, which I got from those boxes. Keeping wise, I think I'll probably keep this gal here because I kind of like the whole 50s aesthetic, and I guess I'll keep this one. I'm not actually that sure now. I don't know how I feel about her. I'm gonna keep her for now, I think, only because she was one that I really wanted. I think the main issue I have with these dolls, as I mentioned, is the fact that they are so well styled and put together that you wouldn't think of kind of redressing them. I'm kind of that mindset of, you know, when I was a child and you were to get a doll, if it was, you know, even if it was, you know, an Action Man or something, you would get an actual doll and then you would get clothes for them and accessories and stuff like that. You wouldn't keep buying the same doll over and over again with different clothes on. So, you know, these days, you know, they're basically asking parents to buy 15 Dracula dolls or, you know, 15 mini-faced Barbies or whatever, which seems insane, only because they've got different outfits, which, you know, is fine, but it's not really sustainable in a way. And it would be nicer for children, I think, if they sold more kind of fashion packs for them, so that they could actually just have their favourite doll and be able to redress them. I wouldn't think to ever pick any of these up and say, oh, I'm going to redress them. Apart from the fact that they have kind of unique shaped bodies, really, I suppose. They're so nicely put together that they just say to me that, you know, they are display dolls in a way. I don't have the room for display dolls. I kind of have realised that I like dolls that I can redress. So, you know, I would tend to reach for an Elwin or Nima doll, or, you know, a Shan Shan princess, or a Barbie doll, perhaps. But I would not necessarily reach for a doll like this. So that's really one of the reasons that I know that I'm going to be getting rid of quite a few of these. So yeah, so for now, as I say, I'll probably put these to one side, and I think these gals will probably be going. Okay, so we have the dolls that I bought secondhand. So now I'm going to start grabbing the ones you would have already seen. Okay, so we've got these 4 here. So I've got 3 OMG gals and 2 guys at the end there. I don't really know how I feel about some of these, to be honest. When I originally got these 2, these were in a pack. They were from the Movie Magic pack. They were meant to be Sandy and Danny from Greece. I was more interested in getting the boy doll than I was getting the girl doll. When I got her open, I did actually quite like her. And she does have kind of pink in her hair as well. But now I don't really know how I feel. I think I'd be inclined to keep him, perhaps, for the moment at least. Also, his aesthetic might go quite nicely with the Rockabilly girl that I just kind of said I was going to keep. So maybe I'll keep him. The others, I'm not that sure. I did really like this guy when I originally opened him. But, to be honest, I don't know if I would do anything with him if I kept him. And it seems a bit much, really. Again, I like this one as well. I kind of liked her sort of goth makeup and the whole style of her. But again, it's another kind of doll to have and then never redress again, possibly. The same goes for this gal here, who was one of the original ones that I did get. So I think for now, I'm going to put these in the no pile. And obviously, I might change my mind later. Okay, so here I'm back with another 4. So, first off, I think this gal is going to go. I don't really have any attachment to her in a way. I think she was another one that I did end up buying secondhand, and I probably bought her in a lot with, you know, other dolls as well at the time. And I liked her. She was nice enough. I liked the hair, but I don't particularly feel that attached. So she can definitely go. Midnight BB, I do really like. I love the whole kind of goth look. So she will be staying, particularly as I now have her friend, the kind of, is she called Sunshine BB? I can't remember. Anyway, the one with pastel pink look. So I'll be keeping her. And then I've got these 2. One of them is a newer version than the other. So this one here, I think the one with the longer hair, is the one who was originally released. And she's got a kind of a black light feature, in that if you shine a black light on her, you can kind of see like whirls in her eyes. I don't know if there's anything else you see on her. Or maybe her lips glow as well. I'm not 100% sure. I would definitely keep one of these, but one of them will go. I have to be honest. I think this one feels a bit better. This one feels a bit looser, because obviously she's big, she's a bit older, and she was probably played with. I got this one secondhand, and this one I bought new. I think also I might feel a bit better once I've actually kind of tidied some of them up. They've kind of, once they've been in boxes for a while, they don't look as good because they're a bit kind of, you know, a bit crumpled, a bit like when you wake up in the morning. So for now I'm going to put these in the kind of keep pile, and I will decide which one I'm keeping and which one I'm going to get rid of. I don't particularly feel like I need to have duplicates anymore. It seems a bit daft. So yeah, I'm going to keep these for now, and it will basically go down to kind of 1. Okay, so speaking of duplicates, as you can see, I've got 2 versions here of Rockaboy. I say versions, so it's basically the same doll, exactly the same doll. I do have all the clothes for both of them. It's just that this one seems to have no top on for some reason. I think, again, I don't even know if I'd keep one of them, to be honest. I know when I got him originally, I really liked him. It feels weird having gotten rid of the girl that came with him. And I can't remember what her name was. Riot Girl? Was it? Or it was something girl, I think. Anyway. So yeah, I'm not actually sure. For now, I'm going to put them in the keep pile. I definitely won't keep two anyway. I would get rid of one for sure. But yeah, I'm going to put those in the keep pile for now. Obviously, you know, it could all change. But at the moment, I've got a keep pile and I've got a non-keep pile. And some from the keep pile might end up in the other pile and vice versa. So then I've got these three here. I'm actually going to bring two more on, because then that'll be all of them, I think, that I've got. So look, I've got these two large ones here. Now this was from a line which they started and then they kind of just gave up on quite quickly, which was unfortunate, I think. But I think I'd be inclined to get rid of both of them. I never really did much with them. I really liked the idea of this one when I originally got her. But again, it would be a case of never putting her in anything else. She would probably just stay in this outfit for all eternity. Which is fine, but as I've mentioned before, having kind of space to have display dolls out, you know, is at a premium at the moment. So I don't really want to keep hold of dolls, which I feel a little bit half-arsed about. And I think with these, I don't really feel that attached in a way. I only really bought Lady Diva to be this one's friend, and I think when I got them they were quite heavily reduced. I think they knew the line had flopped, so they just wanted to get rid of them. So that would be those two gone there. So then I've got these. So obviously this is a regular doll, and then this is two of the tweens. This one is called Sketches. I think it's Sketches. Sketches or Scribbles. I think it's Sketches. She came with a nice outfit. She had a beret and everything as well. She was released along with Melrose. So I don't know if they were meant to be sisters or friends or whatever. So I think I'd be inclined to get rid of her. I like her hair. I kind of like the look and everything, but I don't feel particularly attached to her. As you can see, I took all her clothes off. I think my intention really was to give her hair a wash because it's got a lot of product in it, and I just never got around to it. So I think that kind of tells me what I need to know in a way. So I'm going to put her on the go pile, which leaves me with the tweens. I'm in two different minds about this, to be honest. I really liked the whole kind of 50s look of this one, and then the whole sort of 60s look of this one. But I don't particularly like the whole kind of child aspect of them, in that they look like little children dressed up in these outfits. I think I'd feel differently if they were kind of the regular size dolls, and I'd probably be inclined to keep them, you know, in that way. Again, as I've mentioned a few times now, these would basically be, you know, on display, really. And although they wouldn't take up a huge amount of room, they would still be kind of out on display. So I think I'd probably be inclined to say goodbye to them, which would be a shame. I did really, really like this one because I do really like the whole kind of 50s look, particularly. And I think for me, her hair was just an issue because it's so producty, and I'd be worried about washing it out because I'd be scared of ruining it. So yeah, I think she's going to go, and I think her little friend is probably going to go with her as well. Obviously, you know, I love the whole sort of 60s look, but I think it's just kind of the size of her in a way. If she was one of the bigger dolls, I'd probably end up keeping her. But I don't particularly feel that attached to her in a way either, so I think she's probably going to end up going. Okay, so here are the ones that I'm probably going to keep. I've taken the duplicates out for now because then I can decide which one I'm going to get rid of and which one I'm going to keep. But for now, this is the lineup. I'm still unsure about some of them, to be honest. I don't know if I need this many. I'm surprised I ended up with this many. I literally thought I would end up keeping, you know, her, and maybe her. This one was kind of a bit of a surprise. But because I do like the whole 50s look, I kind of liked that about her. And also I kind of liked the look that he had as well. probably more than the look that he's got. So, you know, he could still go for all we know at this point. What are your thoughts? If you're having a Dolly clear out, how's it going? Let me know down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hi, so this is Editing March speaking to you. Just to let you know that I actually in the end decided to get rid of all of the LOL dolls. I think just because I can buy dolls doesn't mean I have to. And even if I do, it doesn't mean I have to feel obliged to keep any in a way. So I decided that it was time to say goodbye to them. Keeping a random few would have been fine, but in the end I realised I didn't particularly feel that kind of attached to them, so I decided to let them go. Apologies for making you all sit through the video. This must have been how viewers felt when they sat through season 9 of Dallas, when Pam woke up and found that Bobby was actually alive and in the shower. So, yeah, sorry about that, but these things happen. See you next time. Bye.